Galnet News, your galaxy in focus, 23rd of February, 3302. Our top story today, the Distant Worlds Expedition, which aims to bring over 1,000 pilots and explorers to the other side of the galaxy in the name of scientific discovery and adventure, has reached a major milestone last week when the center of the galaxy was reached. Sagittarius A star, the supermassive black hole that forms the center of the galaxy, is an area of extremes, with very high stellar density and excessive gravity. The 11th waypoint on the ambitious expedition was reached over a month from the date when the travelers first began the epic trek, and represents a distance of over 30,000 light-years from the point of origin, a distance which would have taken a beam of light, as measured by someone on planet Earth at least, 300 human lifetimes, not a mere 35 days. The next base camp on the voyage, dubbed the Needle, is in the Phippea Nebula, with the nearby Scalo-Sistimbu stellar graveyard, which contains one of the galaxy's highest densities of black holes. As the expedition wears on, more and more pilots will suffer from attrition as the wear and tear on the ship's systems takes its inevitable toll. Still, the group are optimistic that many will see the far side of the galaxy and return home safely, and are already claiming major scientific discoveries. The group are due to rendezvous in the Phippea Nebula on the 25th of February, and Galnet News will keep you updated on their ongoing progress. This report from Karen Keish. Benjamin Gorister, founder of the Carmack Intergalactic Mining Association, has announced an initiative to discover the location of pristine metallic rings. With nearly 300 locations identified so far, the CIMA is currently leading the way in data collection on pristine metallic rings. In his statement, Gorister said, "In memory of George Washington Carmack, who triggered the greatest gold rush in human history, we are offering rewards to all commanders who provide us with the location of new pristine metallic rings. Each new discovery will be rewarded with 100,000 credits. We will give an additional 30 million credits to the pilot contributing the most information, 20 million credits to the second place contributor, and 10 million to the third place contributor. May the best prospector win." The event began on the 21st of February and will last for 42 days. In the Federation this week, Federal President Zachary Hudson has announced that the search for survivors from Starship One has been met with an overwhelmingly positive response. Mere hours after the campaign began, thousands of escape pods have been delivered to Leoniceno Orbital, many of them containing living survivors. In the wake of the initiative's success, President Hudson released a statement to the media. He said, "I have been overwhelmed by the response to this campaign, which has resulted in the rescue of thousands of individuals, and I am delighted to confirm that some of the recovered pods are indeed from Starship One. We are not yet in a position to release the identities of those who we have rescued, but we hope to be able to do so soon. In the meantime, I would once again like to extend my gratitude to those who contributed to the search." The recovery of so many escape pods will almost certainly prompt speculation that former Federal President Jasmina Halsey may be among the survivors. And this report from Commander Cryptomancer. In a system near the NGC 1333 Nebula, over 1,000 light-years from the nearest starport, a pilot by the name of Commander Santander has reported discovering 2 occupied escape pods. The commander was surveying a previously uncharted system and cruising near the surface of a rocky ice body when the readings were detected. The crash site could be clearly seen from a high altitude, so Santander went to investigate in his SRV. Fortunately, his Asp Explorer was equipped with a cargo rack. In a transmission, the commander said, "I don't know how long they've been on this rock, or if the pods are working. I can't do much for them here. My ship is fitted for exploration, not search and rescue. I'll get them to the port and let someone else open them up." The Prismatic Imperium has announced that its initiative to free indentured slaves has been met with an enormously positive response. Hundreds of independent pilots responded to the appeal, delivering slaves to the new colony at Durest Station in the Yui Booth system. All of those admitted to the colony will be officially emancipated, re-educated, and offered the protection of forces loyal to Princess Aisling Duval. Her Royal Highness, who spearheaded the initiative, released a statement to the media in which she said, "I am delighted with the response to this appeal, which has resulted in the liberation of hundreds of slaves. I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to the Prismatic Imperium and the Navigators Guild, who helped to execute this initiative, and to the many independent pilots who supported us. There is still a long way to go, but I hope this triumph will pave the way for a brighter future, a future in which the practice of slavery is seen for what it is, a barbaric anachronism. Javal, often dubbed the People's Princess, has been a strong proponent of the emancipation of slaves and the abolition of the practice of slavery in modern times, but has met with strong opposition from the conservative side of the empire, such as Zemina Torval. Such opponents are keen to state that slavery in the empire is not equivalent to the early days of slavery, based on differences in human ethnicity almost 1,000 years ago, and instead can act as a means for those owing money to repay their debt through servitude. Nevertheless, this has not stopped Aisling Javal from pursuing a path towards the end of slavery, with this latest feather in her cap surely a major boon to her supporters and those who support the abolitionist cause. That's the Galnet news for today. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.